Well, greetings, YouTube model people. How is it going? All right, coming at you here with our 2024 model build year-end wrap-up. And I'm going to do it exactly like I did last year. People seem to enjoy that, which I'm going to open up all these various pictures of all the builds I completed in 2024 and just show you them that way instead of in a slideshow. Really, one of my kind of model building resolutions is to eventually photograph every single one of my models I have completed. Quite a task, since I'm probably somewhere in the 3 models that I have in my house that are completed. So quite a task. And it is only 8:23 here p.m. on the 31st, New Year's Eve in the United States. But so we got a couple hours yet. So I figured this would be a good time to do this. And first and foremost, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas season. Kwanzaa and Hanukkah is going well, and hope you're all enjoying yourselves here on New Year's Eve as well. Please be safe, but have a good time as well. But please do be safe. So we're just going to go in the order of completion, and I'm going to try to make this as quick and painless as possible. Sorry for all the jostling around of the camera itself here, my phone basically. And that's another resolution for my model channel. Hold me to these things, which is to use a tripod more often. That way it's not all shaky and crazy. So anyway, so let's go right here in order of completion. The first one that we completed in 2024 was a Hasegawa Eggplane, the stealth bomber, which was done as part of the Charlie Mack Model Works support build, when basically Charlie Mack and Susan had a horrible storm move through their area, flooded their basement, create a lot of other damage as well. And John over Mighty JJK on YouTube basically started up a build to say, hey, why don't we build to support the Model Works while they get it back on their feet? And I know Charlie Mack likes his eggplane, so that was done for him. So that was the first build we completed of 2024. The next build, not surprisingly, because of the deadline it had this in 2024, was the USAC group build. A very cool build and a cool kit, really good kit. Was this Ford pickup F100, which I did my own take on. It's basically inspired by a picture I saw of a truck. Didn't have a wheelbarrow, but it did have a little fence, and the rust pattern here is very similar, and it was sitting in grass. So that was the second model I completed in 2024. And by the way, total number of models completed in 2024 was 18, which for me, that's pretty good. It's not, I don't think it's the most I've ever done, but it's pretty close. This build, I was super happy with the result, which is the Lamborghini Countach from the famous movie, The Cannonball Run. Now, why I'm super proud and happy with this is because this was my 24-hour build weekend on Facebook build, which is done the last week of January. So if you're interested, I think it's the 19th annual one this year. Go check it out. If you need information on it, just let me know below. I'll be more than happy. But basically, yeah, it starts 12 noon on a Saturday, ends 12 noon on a Sunday. You have 24 hours to build a kit, basically from scratch. And that's just what I did. So I was really happy. Not to mention the molded plastic for this kit. Boy, I was really brave. Is black. So I had to make black turn white here. And that took some doing. It had me quite nervous in those first few hours of building. So the next build we completed in 2024 is the naked build, hosted by Adam over at Sodak Models. He's doing it again this year. I invite you to check out his channel on YouTube with the details. And we basically completed this Castro number 36. Great kit. It's a Tamiya kit. I wanted to pick something with a lot of decals because it wasn't going to be painted. At least it would look kind of colorful. So there you go. That was a lot of fun, and I do plan on participating again this year as well. The next build we completed was the famous small scale group build, which was hosted by Sean over at the Scale Model Car Guy and Brian over at BG Model Works. And I did the 1/32nd scale. I think it's Atlantis, right, that repopped this Nova. I'm not all that thrilled with this build, mainly because of the trim. I think it's just too prominent and too thick for this blacked out sort of look I was going for. I probably should have just left that plain and just did the front and rear window trim in chrome, but whatever. It is what it is. It was a lot of fun. It goes together real well. It has a lot of good detail for 1/32nd, so definitely a lot of fun. Now, next is impossible to show you in just one picture, and I didn't want to do any more than that. I invite you to check out the final video on this, but this was a years in the making project, which was my post-apocalyptic zombie build, diorama, really. This truck I did as part of a 48-hour build with the gunner. I've added the dog and some other things for the final. This was also a separate build I did through the years. All the zombies themselves were painted at different times throughout the last couple of years. And then the building itself was constructed. But again, there's a lot more to this. And if you go around the back, there's so much detail in there. And then the Jeep I built as part of this, as I was kind of finishing up the project the last maybe month or so. You know, all kinds of little extras in there. Again, I can't capture it all in pictures, so I invite you to check it out. Again, my favorite build by far, I think, because it really, you know, it's a challenge to bring that many things together, and you really don't know what it's going to look like till you get it there. And it was a lot of work, but it was a ton of fun too, but definitely a lot of work. Very proud and very happy with the final result. So the next build, quite the opposite, which is a very straightforward, fun build every year. That's held in April, which is Charlie Mack and Daniel, or Munchkin Modeling Man 72, sorry, with the egg plane group build. And I've been in every year since they've had it, and I plan on building again this year, or in 2025, I should say, if they have it. So, you know, again, a ton of fun, something different. And, you know, just a good fun build that's been going on for a few years now. Always a good time. Next build is one that we completed to basically as an appreciation build for Old Tom over Ramblers 69. This top comes off, the front comes off, all that good stuff. But again, one picture here of each just so we can move through this fairly painless, I should say, not painful. It's probably painful already. It's already over 8 minutes, but anyway. So yeah, I went with a good old hot rod here, and I think that's 37. And it comes with a little trailer and all that good stuff. You're probably familiar with that kit. Ton of fun. I don't really paint purple cars very often, or purple anything, so that was a treat to be able to do that one. Next one is we took a real pause on vehicles and such, and we painted this Mini. I think he's probably a little over 1 inch tall, maybe 2 at the most. Just a cool, fierce-looking Viking. It's a dark, deep purple on most of his uniform there, whatever you want to call that. It's kind of hard to see in this. It's kind of a dark picture. But yeah, super fun to paint the Minis. And I really like to paint a lot more of them in 2025, truth be told. The next one is part of my U.S. Armed Forces group build that I've been hosting for a while now. And I know you're tired of probably hearing this. We're going to do kind of a very important update at the beginning of 2025 regarding that group build. The idea is to build one model for each branch of the U.S. Armed Services, minus Space Coast. And I got my Coast Guard plane done. With this Albatross, which is a really neat plane. Yeah, finally got one done. So I think I have 3 done total now for that group build. Pretty good. The next build or project was another little Mini. This little dude here, this, I'm probably saying it wrong, Anaron Wood Elf, Reaper Miniatures. I basically, I mean, I just love painting these little things. I only have 3 in my collection. I painted several more of these years ago now, a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, for a coworker. I'd really like to build up this collection. They're a ton of fun to do. They're just sitting there and painting is so relaxing to me. So look for probably more of these in 2025. I only did 2 of them, I think, in 2024. Next one is another group build we've been participating in every year since Cliff has been hosting, and that is the motorcycle group build. And Cliff has also already announced that he's hosting a 2025 motorcycle group build. So that is awesome, and I will definitely be participating. And interestingly enough, the scheme will also be red and white, but it's going to be quite a different motorcycle. I can't wait to actually do it because it's definitely something different. I never did one of them before. We're going to keep it under wraps for now, and I probably won't get into that. Honestly, I'll probably put an announcement up pretty early in the year, but I'm going to wait a while before I do it and finish it up. This one I finished about a month before the deadline in October, and I'll probably do the same in 2025, just because there's other pressing projects and group builds to do before then. So, just a heads up. And the next one was the Cartoon and Deformed group build made a return in 2024, hosted by Tommy, Colonel Reb, and Dan at Hobby Time with Papa Dan. And I did the Viper from the famous Battlestar Galactica series. A lot of fun, very cool kit. And I kind of did my own little twist on it, but it was definitely a ton of fun. And that group build's always fun as well. Cartoon and Deformed group build. I think they're planning to have it again in 2025. Next was the all-important build for cancer awareness. I did my first ever Gundam kit, and it was a lot of fun. There was quite a bit involved because I tried to incorporate many cancer colors: the lime green for lymphoma, the blue for prostate cancer. There's some lavender there, which you can't see, which is all cancers. There's some gold in here, which is for children's cancer. So again, we tried to represent as many cancers as we could in there, ones that are meaningful to me, unfortunately, in my family. So yeah, that was again hosted by Bob Boosking, who it's awesome, Bob. You keep hosting that. It's really appreciated, I could tell you for sure, to keep that going. So that is the cancer awareness build. Next one was Russell over at Russell Model Cars, was his Halloween group build. This was also kind of done in conjunction with the Hobby Link International, Kenny and the crew over there. Definitely check them out on Facebook and their forums and groups. And he has a YouTube channel as well. I did the HO Scale Haunted Mansion kit, and this was another one that came out better than I probably thought it would. And thanks for some of the suggestions some of you passed along on this project. I had asked for a few times for ideas on things. A lot of fun. That's really kind of my wheelhouse, guys. I can't build a great, amazing, clean build of a car that often, but those types of projects, the diorama, the zombies, and the house, and those kind of things are really, the USAC, that's the kind of stuff I'm really better at, I think. The other one was the 80th anniversary of basically D-Day. So I built a little diorama here of the Green Dog sector on Omaha Beach, which is basically based on the movie Saving Private Ryan, the very beginning of that movie, when they're storming Normandy. So there we are. That was my take on that. I never did a water effect like that before. It would pay me out okay. That's, again, water effects, and it's supposed to be the ocean there with the barricades and such. So again, 80 years, hard to believe, since that occurred. And now we have the final build of 2024. We're finally here, guys, and I'm sorry this is almost 15 minutes. Good Lord. Okay. Which was my Street Machine group build, hosted by Jason over at Blue Ox Models, and wanted to do something a little different on this car. Did a blue and white, and then an off-white interior, leather interior, or vinyl interior, whatever it be. And I thought it came out pretty good. Not bad at all. Again, I wanted to carry the white from the front to the middle to the back, and I put a white stripe along the bottom, and used this blue as one of my favorite colors. Blue and green I love the most. So there you go. Not bad at all. And the one project I didn't quite get done, it's probably 3 hours from being completed, is my A Christmas Story movie house in HO scale. It's coming along really nice. And we'll hopefully have a final on that one within a week or so. But thank you so much. I'm sorry this video was so long, but I really enjoyed doing it this way last year. And as I said, it was well received, so I decided to bring it back again this year. Again, please have a great, happy, healthy New Year's tonight. Have a good time. Be safe. Be smart. And hey, let's have a spectacular 2025. Happy New Year.